Are you a singer trying to make progress, hit those higher notes, and feel more comfortable singing, but you're stuck in a constant loop of vocal fatigue, trying to get better and then not making progress? Well, what if I told you that the reason you can't sing is because you're trying to? In today's video, we're going to uncover why pushing your voice and forcing it to do things is actually killing your gains, and what you can do to start seeing real improvement. Hi, my name is Garrett Campbell. I've had the privilege of singing with some amazing metal groups such as Asterize, Frigid Spell, and Tightness. I also have multiple vocal students who I've taught how to sing, scream, and stand out. If you're anything like me, you get very discouraged when you don't make progress when you're singing, especially when you work 5 times harder than any singer you know, yet you still don't make progress. So there's a common misconception in vocals that more practice equals better results. But our vocal cords are not biceps.
Oh yeah.
They don't get stronger if we push them to failure. Our vocal cords need rest. And if you're like me and you over-practice, you can get hoarse, vocal nodules, you can lose some of those high notes. So it's a balance. It's practice and it's rest. But how do you balance those things? How? I overanalyze all the notes I sing. Anytime I'm singing, I'm like, is it on pitch? Is my tone good? Do I sound good in the room? What are the people outside thinking? This creates immense pressure. I can just hit that. Sorry, little mic stand. So my wonderful vocal coach, Mary Keck, hi Mary, constantly reminds me that once the sound comes out, you can't control it. So you might as well just forget about all these expectations that you have about your voice. No expectations, people. I got a tattoo of it. That's how much I believe in that. This pressure hinders our vocal progress because we're judging our voice instead of just letting it be. So shift your focus from specific details to long-term progress and rest. To be honest, we just gotta step back and let the voice do its thing. If you don't, you'll just squeeze the voice and it sounds like utter you know what. So let your voice be free and have fun, man. That's what singing is, right? It's fun. Sometimes taking a break is the best form of practice. You'll get better tone, you'll get fewer injuries, and you'll get more consistent progress. But Garrett, you say, how do I know if I've damaged my voice? Well, I just made a video about that, and it's right up there. You might have heard the term tightness or compression thrown around in the vocal community. If you feel any tightness and you're not trying to make that tightness happen, you have to get to the root of that. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to sing for very long. So personally, I'm a full-time college student. I work part-time, and I also volunteer for a scholarship at school. And I have very limited time to practice, record vocal covers, or to do any work on my upcoming album. Little teaser, it is in the works. For all you guys who Dragonline fans, part 2 is coming up. Anytime I would get home from work and I had a little extra time, I'd hop in the studio and do a little recording. But I would record the entire song in that one sitting, and then for the rest of the week I'd be hoarse. So don't do that. And the recordings would have turned out better had I taken that time. It's quality over quantity, guys. The one thing that I find myself telling my guitar students more than anything else is 15 minutes of really focused practice is better than an hour of playing some songs willy-nilly and thinking about what you're gonna wear the next day. If we can create targeted goals in our practice time, whether it's breath support, improve our diaphragm breathing, improve our pitch control, we're gonna make more progress, and we're gonna be happier with the progress because we have it documented. So I personally love to journal, and so I have like 5 of these things that I keep for various different purposes. I use a journal just like this to document my practice. If you're interested in this subject a little bit more, I made a video about that too. It's right up there. My advice to you as a singer would be find a few key exercises that you can work on and that really improve your voice in multiple ways at once. It's like compound exercises. If you do a deadlift, you're working your back, shoulders, butt, everything because it's all tied together. Same thing with singing. Lip trills are the best. I'm probably just like you. I never had a vocal coach. I took some courses like Chris Lipe's course and Eli Princeton's hybrid vocal technique, but they never really got me out of singing in my throat like my problem was. So I made a lot of mistakes when I was learning to sing. I was pushing through the pain. I would get in the studio and then just record a bunch, keep recording the same hard vocal line over and over and over again, hoping that I would get a better result, which is the definition of insanity. If you have the extra cash, go get a vocal coach. I can sing way longer now, and I even talk more relaxed. You might have seen my earlier YouTube videos, and I'm like,
hey guys, how's it going? I'm just like yelling into the mic.
I appreciate the energy, but the energy needed to be contained. Here's my first recorded attempt at a fry scream. And now here's me fry screaming now. But it actually took me months after I got my first fry scream to be able to get the fry scream again. So be okay with progress not being linear. It isn't in anything in life, so just get used to it. So back then I was in high school and I had a lot of extra time to practice vocals, to record songs, to be in the studio. So I was singing a lot. I mostly practiced my fry screams in the attic because I didn't want my dad to hear me and think I was some psycho. Let me know if I'm the only one who did that. Oh yeah, and I pet sit for my across the street neighbor and I would practice my fry screaming over there. It sounded like I was having an exorcism. The neighbors, they probably think I'm some psycho. Just screaming my guts. I cringe when I think about that. If you feel invincible, it's completely normal. Most vocalists, including me, did that when we were in the beginning. But as you get older and as you get more experience, you realize you can't just blast your voice and yell. You have to know your limits, and you can't push yourself beyond your limits if you want to have a long career. Just don't obsess over your voice. If you don't sound like Bruce Dickinson, that's okay. No one does. You're the only one that can sound like you. So see your voice and your whole apparatus as a gift from God. He gave it to you, and it's a piece of art that He planted in your body as something that you can enjoy. So the best way to thank Him is to take care of it and use it wisely. And give Him shout outs when you make it big. Get a coach early if you can. You can avoid a lot of pain through doing that early. So I was the youth worship leader at Tulsa Bible Church for a year or two, and we had this summer youth retreat where we would go to New Life Ranch, have a lot of fun, and study the Bible. And as soon as the vans pulled up to the location, me and the sound team made sure all the equipment was ready to go. Then we had to play a set that night. But here's the kicker. Somebody had printed out the songs in 2 different keys. It was But what happened is I start playing the song, and I'm like, oh no, this is in the wrong key. So the piano player, he's like, well, let's play it in this other key. And so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm on the spot, everyone's watching. And I start singing the chorus, and the chorus is way too high. You have to imagine, this is a room that's like the size of 2 of my bedrooms. So very, very small. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, belt this song out. And you could just sense the, oh, please help him vibe in the room. And afterwards, like, some people were like, man, way to get through it. But I learned from that. I learned take it an octave down next time. If that happened to me now, I wouldn't know how to sing that high while not blowing out the rafters.
Ugh, cringe.
Back then, I didn't know that. So sometimes we do embarrassing things, but just learn from them and you can't go wrong. So bottom line is, trying to sing will never get you to sing well. Because if you're singing right, it doesn't feel like you're trying to sing at all, you're just letting it out. Just like if I'm playing guitar, if I really try to play, I'm putting more force than is needed to create the sound, and it'll just make my fingers get tired. So practice smart, rest your voice, and work with a coach if you can. Like, comment, and share this video, guys, if you found it helpful. I'd love to know about you guys' experience with vocals, so drop me an email at Garrettcampbellmusic@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and God bless.
The solar winds have taken hold.